When you die, you get to see the statistics from your entire life. What statistics do you look at first? How many times did I avoid death? N-1 where n equals the number of times you could have died. Not enough if you're dead. Everyone dies. But not everyone lives. Every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes. Until it didn't. Dun dun dun. Together we can stop this. You are completely alive, until you are dead. I'm not completely alive. Every time I snap my finger, Simone starved to death in Africa. Poor Simone. That's so Raven. Deep. I wish that I could have this moment for life. Why is this so profound to me, laughing my butt off? I am curious too. It's definitely got to be a couple dozen by now. How many times did I like someone, and they liked me back, but neither of us made a move? I never really thought of this as a thing, until I was 28 or so, 10 years into my then relationship. My, now, ex and I were talking about high school and people we hung out with. He started talking about people he'd only really hang with at shows, and a name came up. Let's call him Joey. I said that I had only ever smoked a bowl with him once, and he seemed really nice. But Joey was my biggest crush in high school before my relationship, good God. My best friend and I practically stalked him a couple times. Sorry, not Joey, teenage girls, am I right? He said, that's probably because he thought you were the prettiest girl in school, and used to rant all the time about he'd never get the balls to talk to you. So funny that you had just run into him and your mutual friends like that. Poor guy probably didn't know what hit him. I didn't fess up, but still think it's so crazy. He was an insanely jealous ex. I could not have said something. No one else I know today knows anyone from high school, so I've never been able to share this story. Sorry, folks. It's a good example of how timing is a huge component in compatibility. I believe that people forget that aspect of relationships. You can both feel attracted. You can live close enough that you can have a relationship. But if neither of you jumps through that window of opportunity when it's open, things may never align again. It's 100% true. Impossible. Perhaps the archives are incomplete. Error 404, not found. I thought the archives held all knowledge in the universe. If it is not in the archives, then it does not exist. Level 0, no exp. This one. For sure. I hope there's a blooper reel. My blooper reel would be the original cut minus a couple scenes. Oh my gosh, yes. Man, I really want to know how many times I've told a YouTube ad to shut the F up. And they're getting longer too, like where did YouTube get the confidence from? We're on here, BCTV has ads and nobody liked staring at ads. 2 unskippable ads is already pushing it. I don't think I can handle any more. I want to know how many times I have been forced to watch Raid Shadow Legends ads/plugs. Or telling the join button to piss off. I'm not interested in dropping $5 a month on a tuber who already makes a few mother-in-law/month just for some flair in the comments. I'd like to know which word I use the most in my life. Probably something boring like the. I'm sure in this fantasy you could specify not including definite/indefinite articles. My is most assuredly the F-bomb. I'm not proud. Mine is too. I'm very proud of it. I'm 22, this is the prime of my life. Only up to go from here. Here's to me saying F a million times. F, mine is too. I'm very effing proud of it. I'm female, 22 years old, this is the mother-effing prime of my effing life. F it, only up to go from here. Here's to me saying F a billion times. Does a sigh count as a word? Mine is definitely Y. The amount of photos that I'm in the background of. How many look at this freak photos was I the unknowing star of? Your score is 8,273,657,473,734. As I wear dresses and skirts out more, this guy will up that score. That was probably a reference to something I didn't get, and as you are more and more called a freak, the number count will surely peak. One of my major insecurities. I'm ugly and I know it, so when I see people taking pictures of stupid things, areas they've trespassed into, posing with cars that aren't theirs, basically over-the-top big stuff, I don't move out of the way if I'm in the background. I know it ruins the picture. Yo, what up? It's you boy God. I've taken over poor LV's body for the moment, so I will have to apologize to him for that, but I made it anyway. So I've come here to tell you that you have been in the background of 4 photos. And another fun fact is that you have been in the background of 1 Pornhub video, blurred face. God signing out. How many people had secretly liked me? Would be nice to know if anyone ever thought I was worthy of their feelings, at least after I've passed. A part of me doesn't want to know the amount of people that once liked me and then lost that attraction or feeling. Every time I was near a future murderer. That would legit be interesting/horrifying. Or just how many times I came less than a millisecond from being killed/murdered. By a person? Likely a very low number. Serial/random killing isn't too common, so unless you've lived near someone who did this, you probably haven't been close to being randomly murdered. Love yourself and others will follow. Take care. I got in trouble for loving myself in public once. Others did not follow, they called the cops. Lives positively impacted. Edit, thanks so much for the awards. It was really great to wake up to, sincerely. I don't know why, but this brought tears to my eyes. I'm a nurse with mental illness. So the nurse part has patients thanking me here and there. The mental illness part has me constantly feeling worthless and less than. But if I knew that one day I could get confirmation I had a positive impact on one person, that affirmation would be amazing. Mental illness is a curse. Having walked into the dark tide of being borderline and never knowing who I am or will be wasted years of my youth. Be kind to yourself, don't allow the negativity overshadow the trillions of cells that work hard for you to be of service to those who need it. We are our own worst enemy more often than friend, but by thanking our bodies every day for trying for us and embracing every little victory. I wish you peace and fulfillment. Just wanted to say thank you, that thought, all the good fighting for me, helps a lot. I appreciate and love you on behalf of all the nurses who have saved me. Thank you. If you're a nurse, then I'm confident you've had a positive impact on many people. Thanks for what you do, cheers. I like this one. Wholesome. It definitely won't be effing screen time. Laughing out loud, yeah. Continue scrolling. If I'm going to have a big screen time, might as well get the world record for it. Otherwise, it's just sad. Don't mention it. I'm still too scared to check. Do mandarins even talk? I hear they can scream. Web link. This begs the question that if a detached fruit from the plant screams? God no. I just got a new phone and it was like, want to turn on screen time to monitor how you use your phone? Fuck no, I do not. Ignorance is bliss. How many times I made somebody happy? The closest distance I've been to witnessing a murder. Or being the victim. I just generally want to know the statistics of murder in my life. Depending how you died, that could be a pretty small distance. Hours gaming, number of people I helped or touched in some way, amount of mac and cheese consumed. Mac and cheese is going to be through the roof. This is the way. Number of people you touched in some way? You sound like my uncle. How many times people have wanked to me? We're not homosexuals, we're bromosexuals. Oh bro, I'll wank to your name or even your profile picture. Remember, I'll always be wanking for you. No homo. Thanks Street Dog 2003, means a lot. Wow, that's a high number. I didn't know I was that attractive to women. Wait, why did the number change to 0? Hey, at least you made it out of the negatives. Near deaths. If I stacked all of my human waste into a skyscraper, how many floors could I fill? A crap ton. Mine would be a boatload. That's one gigantic butt. Thanks. Assuming an average crap is 2.5 inches long, if you crap once a day and live to be 80, the crap pile would be 2.5 feet, 365 days, 80 years equals 6,083 feet. One story of a building is roughly 14 feet, meaning your crap pile would be on the 6,083. 14 equals 434th floor. Make an international leaderboard for that exclamation mark. It would be the stat for amount of pain felt versus amount of joy felt. Ah, yes, the classic PJ ratio, not to be confused with PBJ spread. Percent, variance in behavior from mother. I've worked really hard to up that percentage. How many farts I farted in my lifetime and how I stack up against others. Man, I got to be deep in the thousands RN. Thousands. I fart pretty good at least 4 to 5 times a day, and I am almost exactly 34 years old, so, by my math, that is 55,845 farts, give or take a few either direction. So yay. Everyone's who's old enough to comment on Reddit is probably at least several thousand toots in. The image of you doing this math has brought me so much joy. I mean, honestly, if they gave kids those types of problems in school, we'd have more scientists, mathematicians, and engineers. Edit, a word. Lust, 23. Gluttony, 38. Envy, 40. Greed, 44. Wrath, 46. Pride, 18. Sloth, 35. Love, 50. Hope, 56. Diligence, 33. Kindness, 54. Loyalty, 87. Faith, 30. Life conclusion, total score 554 out of 1,300. Would you now like to spectate? Restart. Next level. Spectate would be awesome for a few rounds. So restart is redoing that life and next level is reincarnating as a different person? Or is restart reincarnating and next level is the afterlife? Restart is redoing your life, same family, same everything. Next level is you reincarnate as someone better or worse depending what your concept of next level is. Laughing out loud. Imagine everyone on your family was ancestor of the same family. That would be awesome if anyone could know about that. If you didn't get what I meant, reply, so I explain better. My argument WL ratio. The influence I had with people, either good or bad. How many times I was actually right, but thought I was wrong. Times I commented on r/AskReddit/A post hoping they would blow up just to be disappointed. Reddit link. And it happened again, +1. It's a lottery. Sometimes you leave funny comment and post dies. Other times you comment I agree and it gets 10k upvotes. Yup. Considering literally more than 99% of questions asked are repeats, not saying everyone karma farms, but there are only so many interesting questions. You could leave a comment that gets downvoted one day, and then the next week leave the exact same comment on the same question and get 50 awards. Literally what happened to me like a month ago. Usually my comments will get like 5 upvotes. Some guy commented on being left-handed and how it was a pain growing up with everyone hating left-handedness and such. I simply asked why so much hate for something so stupid? I was more asking because it seems like such a ridiculous thing to hate on someone for. Wake up the next morning to find that I had like 2.5k upvotes and a bunch of people explaining to me why hating left-handedness is a thing. Like, thank you. I totally didn't understand the last 100 comments about it. A map in which every place I've been at least once is marked. How many hours I spent on video games? How many times I jacked off? How many people considered me a true friend? How many people miss me when that I am gone? How many peers respected me? Every time I was near a future murderer. My step count, death won't stop me from being my healthiest me. How many people found me attractive that I also found attractive? Total number of book pages I've read. Missed opportunities. Come count. You mean gallons. Every time I come, I produce a quart. Masturbation/sex ratio would be interesting. The opposite ratio has so many zeros after the decimal, crying face. FG, percent. 0%, gang. Times I could have done something productive versus masturbating. I know the latter is way higher, but I'd like to see that ratio. Yeah, my penis thinks I'm Genghis Khan or someone. How much I laughed. I want to know if I spent my time well. How many people I've made really laugh. Time spent crying. You doing all right? He's crying. He'll get back to you when he's finished. How many people's lives were better in some way because of me? How much more cleaning did I do compared to my sister growing up and so later in life? I want proof. I want to die at like 100 years old, and I want a group of random women, dressed identically, to show up at my funeral, all huddled together, consoling each other, holding each other's hands, and nobody else in attendance knows who they are. I want my friends to be talking about that for years and years after I pass away, and I want to see the total number of crazy theories they come up with as to whom the women are. None. I do not want to see that I'm super embarrassing. How many times I've seen this question. Volume of semen spilled. List of all who have had sexual thoughts about me. Where I ended up on the all-time list of father/husband/pooper/anything else I managed to become before I die. Miles walked. Miles driven. Number of animals killed to feed me excluding bugs from pesticides and the veggies I've consumed. Pounds of my own fingernails I've eaten, it's gross I know. Number of pubes I've shed. If I took all my crap from my lifetime and made it into a 3-foot-high, 6-inch-deep wall, how far would it go? How many people I've inadvertently killed through whatever butterfly effect I took part in. How many movies I saw. How many comics I read. How many kisses I've given. How many blowjobs I've received. How many Reddit posts I skimmed. Lifetime fart volume. Pounds of skin shed. I mean, I can go on. I would want to know how many times I walked past money. Like, there's a box full of money in the woods and I just strolled by it, or over it if it's buried. Or I'm walking down the street and if I had just looked under that rock, there was like a diamond necklace or something. How many gallons of tears I've cried. How many hours in school board compared to how long I paid attention. How many books I've read, and how many times I've read them. I was right versus I was wrong stats. How many times I've read this question on AskReddit. Total gallons of coffee consumed. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.